All right, episode 47 of Between a Rock and a Bald Spot. Yeah, 6-7.
Yeah, episode 67.
Yeah, it's 47, not 67. You can make that joke in 20 weeks.
Agent 47?
Yeah, that's a joke you could make, yeah.
Okay, I'm not going to. Let's talk the Discord age
Oh,
verification.
no, dude. Aaron's pissed?
Is he actually? Or does he even fucking know about it?
He doesn't, but he was pretty excited to like have a Discord soon. So rip the homie.
Yeah, rip the homie. He won't be able to slur with us in my Discord.
Yeah. No,
maybe one day.
No, he will be able to slur. He just won't be able to send photos or something. Did you look up what it actually does?
Very vaguely. Yeah, like I think if you aren't of age, it's like you can't video chat or something. Or like you said, like send photos. But I guess you can still be in servers.
Yeah, so it says to unblur sensitive content or to turn off that setting, there'll be age-gated spaces. So if there's like an age-restricted channel or a command or something, you can't even join that.
That makes sense.
Message request inbox, direct messages from people a user may not know are routed to a separate inbox by default. Oh, okay. Just don't be age verified and you don't get spam anymore, I think, is what that says. Friend request alerts. People will receive warning prompts for friend requests from users they may not know. Oh. So it'll be like, hey, you're about to add this person. You might not know them.
Probably a W.
And only age-assured adults may speak on stage and servers, which I don't know a single person who uses the stage feature.
Same.
I don't even know I'm in some bigger discords too, like video game discords and dev discords, and they never use that shit either.
Yeah, I can't think of anyone that does.
Maybe we should use it to slur. We can use we can use it to hold our rallies for our group. Like the first order, dude.
There will be no clan meetings, that's for sure.
No, like first order meetings, you know.
So some of the stuff I want to talk about with it, the whole age verification thing has like been getting scrutinized anyways, but especially more so. So last July was the cutoff date for major digital platforms to comply with the UK's Online Safety Act, which I'm guessing is like what kicked this off technically.
Probably.
So it's an attempt to block access between minors and material deemed harmful by the government. Platforms like Reddit, Spotify, and X began tougher age verification for their users, such as facial scans, or in some cases, even needing to see a government ID. So, part of the issue with this is Discord falling into that. Discord just had that massive fucking data breach where you got it. 70,000 users' IDs were ripped. So, that's kind of an issue.
So, well, according to Discord, a third party is going to be doing all the facial recognition and ID verification bullshit, and they're not going to store the data.
So they say. However, said third party, you think that would be all hunky-dory and everything would be fine. Said third party is Persona. Persona happens to be backed by what the hell is his name? Peter Thiel, who is the co-founder of Palantir. So not looking too good for Discord. I don't know. A lot of people have been saying like over the past like 5 or so years, Discord's like been slowly trickling downhill. Well, I don't know.
The real problem is that they went public and now they have to fucking deal with all that. Like, I mean, they have a board to answer to, and the profit is the name of the game.
So something I saw kind of funny. Someone to surpass the age verification thing, they drew a face on their finger and it asked you to like turn to the left or the right, and so they just drew a face, like a little stick face on their finger, and like turned their finger, and it passed the fucking check. So
Hell yeah, dude.
I mean, how fucking good even is it, honestly?
Did you use a fucking filter? Also,
yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, you could do like a virtual camera through OBS and then put a filter on there to like age you up.
Yeah, I mean, if you can do the finger thing, I would definitely think that would pass for sure. Kind of an L, but what are you gonna do?
Is this better or worse than doing like a credit card check? You think?
Credit card check in what regard? Like,
so
you
like
have to verify via credit card?
Yeah, so there's been like mobile games, and I know like I think OnlyFans does it, but you have to fucking
how would you know?
Yeah. Oh, dude. You have to like verify that you're of age. You have to fucking give them your credit card information, and then they like bill your bank like 1 cent and then refund you.
I don't know. I mean, you would definitely be an adult to some degree, at least old enough to have a card.
Yeah. Well, I think
I don't like the idea of that though.
Yeah, I don't like that either, but I don't know that I don't like them having my fucking face either.
Yeah.
And children's faces, especially with old Mr. Thiel there.
So real quick, and then we can go on to the next topic. I just saw something recently. Very conspiracy theory-ish. And I don't think anything's been confirmed per se yet, but the whole Epstein files have been out for a little bit now. The popular public school photo taker LifeTouch, I have been seeing lots of conspiracy connecty stuff that is saying basically LifeTouch had ties to Epstein through some fucking spider web. And what the fuck does LifeTouch do? They go to schools, they take pictures of all the kids, they have their addresses, descriptions of them, like height, weight, birth, eye color, shit like that.
That's crazy.
It was literally a shopping catalog for Epstein, which if you think about it like that, that's kind of fucking crazy.
If that's true. If that
is true, exactly.
But that, I mean, I wouldn't put it past anything, but
dude, with some of the shit that's been coming out in that, yeah, I wouldn't either. Like, it definitely, I think there is definitely dots to be connected there. I don't know if it goes quite that deep, but I think there's definitely dots to be connected there for sure.
There are definitely people though that are sitting there and they're just like, they wake up and they just start pouring through that shit and they go to sleep and they wake up and do it again the next day because they're looking for shit. There was actually a lot of stuff related to that this week, but we're not really political.
We're not at liberty to say.
But a lot of shit went down. My favorite is would just as a brief aside is that the whole government thing that happened right before the shutdown. The DHS shutdown or whatever. I guess it's the whole government shutdown, but specifically that Bondi was like, hey, I have everyone's fucking search history, and like a bunch of the fucking Congress members search their own names in the fucking files.
Yeah, dude.
What were you looking for? Are you looking for yourself because you think you're gonna be in there, or are you praying you're not gonna be in there? And
yeah, dude,
regardless, both of those is weird.
Yeah.
Because
if you know you're not in there, why would you search your name?
Yeah, that. But that is just one of those things. I mean, maybe they could be victims or something and they're searching for their name, but most of the victims' names have been redacted, if not all of them.
Yeah, I think
I don't
specifically
want.
all of them have.
I don't want to say all of them because come on, it's the government. They're not perfect. They definitely made some mistakes, like releasing the unredacted versions of those. Or I guess
Or
they was
like
technically
redacting them with-
redacted, but it was like not
Yeah.
actually. Yeah. Anyways, this is not a political podcast. I just thought it was funny. We can move on from Discord.
True.
Oh, let us know how you feel about that. By the way, are you going to verify it? I know Hot Stuff already said that she's not going to bother because she doesn't want to. So
W hot stuff moment.
yeah. So no more pictures from Hot Stuff, guys. I'm sorry.
So, Helldivers is getting a movie,
Uh-oh.
which is interesting.
You think it'll
Especially when
go?
you find out who is going to be the lead star.
Oh, Pedro Pascal.
No, my favorite, Will Poulter, actually.
There's no way. Is it actually Will Poulter?
No, dude.
Oh, I was gonna say there's no way. There's
One of
no
these
way,
days I'll be able to
dude.
say that. No, it is Jason Momoa.
Oh Jesus. Even worse.
He will be, he will be starring in the PlayStation Productions and Sony Pictures film adaptation of Helldivers.
Oh yeah. Jack Black's
Justin
gonna be a
Lin
voice.
Probably. He'll probably voice like the commander or something like that.
Skadoosh.
Justin Lin will direct it, and it is expected to hit theaters on November 10th of 2027. So you got a little bit.
Oh yeah. What does Justin Lin do?
Things. He has directed movies that have made it to theaters. Justin Lin was a Fast and Furious guy, I think.
No, that was Jeremy Lin or something.
It is not.
No, that's a
You,
basketball player. I
piece of
know.
shit.
True. What did Justin Lin do? Oh, he did do Fast and Furious. My bad. I apologize.
Yeah.
They all look the same. I mean, what? They all sound the same. Their names. It's a joke. It's a meme.
Damn.
Anyways, now that we just got ourselves canceled, mostly just me, I guess, but you know,
He's
whatever.
also doing the new Highlander. Well, hold on. What is he doing with Highlander though? He's not the fucking director because that's Chad Stahelski.
Maybe he's acting.
Well, he's definitely not doing that.
It says he's in the cast.
Yeah, that's a Google though. What does IMDb say?
Did he write for it? He does write.
Yeah, maybe he's helping write, or maybe he's like a producer. Because it looks like director's just Chad Stahelski. He's not listed in the writers, at least the first three.
There's a lot of Asian homies in the cast.
Gotcha. So someone else was like, oh, Justin Lin, obviously.
Yeah.
I don't even actually see Justin Lin's name in the fucking thing.
I don't either.
Did they actually do that?
Google might have.
That is holy shit, dude. Yeah, Google literally was like, Justin Lin.
Oh,
He's
it's
in this
Justin
movie?
Lin, dude. He's Asian. Everyone's Asian. All the
That's-
Asians look the same on Google.
That's fucking crazy, dog. He's not even in the fucking movie. At
Dude,
least
there's
not
no
like
way.
per IMDb.
I looked myself for the thing. I'm gonna actually search his name. Yeah, there's
Well, so I was looking
there's
at what
literally
you were looking at. It on Google it showed Justin Lin under the cast. By
Oh
the
yeah.
way.
Oh, it totally did. I could show the podcast actually. We could prove our innocence here.
Your innocence.
Yeah. Yeah, my innocence. That's what it is. Here we go. Here's this. Here's Highlander. Here's Justin Lin right here. Which I don't even know if this is the same Justin Lin. It also says Keanu Reeves. So I don't know. Maybe it's they were considered for roles, or maybe we don't know yet. But it's like a really old picture of him, by the way, that they were using.
Who, Keanu?
No, of Justin Lin. There wasn't even a picture of Keanu. I don't know what he looks like. What was I gonna say?
Nothing important.
Oh, dude, the Helldivers movie. I don't know. I feel like a Halo movie makes more sense than a fucking Helldivers movie. The fuck?
It does. So here's the thing. It's just gonna have like associated branding. A Helldivers movie should have like a fucking Humegalol cast. because everyone should be fucking dying every 35 seconds.
Yeah.
It needs to be fucking chaotic, lots of explosions. You don't know who anyone is because they're all wearing helmets. Having someone like Jason Momoa be the lead is fucking dumb. He's gonna be walking around with his helmet off most of the time.
Dude, and that's like just doesn't make sense for the fucking lore of the game or anything. Which is how they fucked up Halo, by the way. The Halo movie or show or both. Fuck it.
Yeah, show. Yeah. So I don't know. I'll probably still go watch it, but I'm not super interested in it. So
I'm just
Helldivers.
Oh.
I was gonna say Helldivers 2 sold more than 12 million units across PS5 and PC in its first 4 months.
Hell yeah.
After its 2024 launch, and it just recently launched on Xbox, which we had covered.
True.
So I mean, the sequel sold fucking pretty well. So it makes sense that they're doing a movie from the standpoint of like cash cow. But I just feel like they're not going to do it justice. It's probably going to end up sucking.
I almost feel like it would have been better as like a TV show, and each episode you have a different cast and like a different like planet. You know? I don't know how a movie is going to work.
Yeah.
But oh well. I'm just tired of Jason Momoa being in everything. I don't dislike him.
Fuck
but,
it. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, true. But I mean, like, he's in the Minecraft movie, which he was fine in. He's in Aquaman, which he was also fine in. He's gonna be Lobo. What else? There's some other shit recently too. And like the Lobo thing makes sense, I guess. He looks like Lobo, sure. Or Lobo looks like him, maybe. I don't know. How do we want to say that?
Yeah, he was born first.
It's right.
Lobo.
Jason Momoa is 46. What else was he in? He was in Game of Thrones or something, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was Khal Drogo.
Oh yeah, that's right. So he like died right away.
Yeah.
Actually, what episode did they kill him in?
I don't know what episode, but it was in the first season.
Well, I was gonna say he dies before Ned Stark in spoilers. He dies before Ned Stark in the book. It was basically like you meet Dany and her brother, and then the next time you see Dany, she's getting married to that kid, and then the next time after that, he fucking dies, and then the time after that, she's fucking giving birth to dragons.
Episode 10.
Out of 10? 12? 27?
Oh shit. Damn, Ned Stark dies in episode 9.
Damn.
I was thinking Khal Drogo was after Ned in the show too, because I thought, hold on, is that right? Because I could have swore Ned died at the end of season 1. So maybe he dies the first episode of season 2. Cal. No, there's 10 episodes in season 1. Dude, I don't know. I'm gonna rewatch that soon, but I could have swore season 1 ended with the Ned Stark death. Like that was the season finale. I thought.
That would be weird. I didn't watch the show, but I read the book. And yeah, so this says that Khal Drogo does die before Ned in the book. And then in the book, Ned dies, but there's still like 100 pages at least after he dies.
Well, they probably layered shit weird in the show.
Yeah, well,
in comparison to the book.
Well, not only that, but TV moves faster.
Yeah.
Anyways. Jason Momoa, very, very Momoa. He's gonna be in Supergirl as Lobo. That's what we were talking about.
Oh yeah, he is gonna be in Supergirl. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Oh, and Street Fighter. I forgot he's in Street Fighter also.
Yeah.
Okay, so his
just
upcoming
because we're
movies.
Moving off of movies.
Well, hold on. His upcoming movies in the AI for Google says Supergirl, Street Fighter, Fast Forever, Animal Friends, whatever that is.
Fast Forever. That's what they're calling it.
Yeah,
God damn it.
Dune Part 3 and Minecraft 2. Oh, by the way, while we're on the topic of Fast Forever, someone was interviewing Vin Diesel. I don't remember who it was, but they were talking to Vin Diesel and they're like, hey, is this the last movie or whatever? And Vin Diesel said, this is the last movie with this crew, but the Fast franchise will be having more movies in the future. So
They've got to stop, brother.
if you really like the Fast franchise, like, hell yeah, for you. If you're like any normal person, you're like sitting there like, what the fuck? Stop beating the dead horse, please, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's crazy. I've not seen the last 2 or 3 movies, and I don't care to.
I mean, I told you or whatever that the last one I saw was one of the first. I think it was the first one with Jason Statham.
Yeah. So what I was gonna say was, since that was our only movie topic before we moved away, I went to go see Send Help over the weekend. We were gonna go see 2 movies, but we ended up deciding not to today. But we saw Send Help. I actually enjoyed it. Not a bad movie at all. Very interesting twist. Nothing like super crazy. And I kind of got like the vibe. I was wrong about how the twist played out, but I had a vibe about the twist, if that makes sense. So I did kind of see it coming. But overall, though, the movie was really solid. Sam Raimi still got it.
Oh yeah.
So last week, well, actually, probably for the past couple weeks, we've been talking about Highguard, and not looking too good. So the studio, Wildlight Entertainment, has laid off many staffers, including level designer Alex Granner, and they wrote in a LinkedIn post that the layoffs impacted most of the team. The company has since stated that they are keeping a core group of developers to continue innovating on and supporting the game, which basically sounds like Skeleton Crew, which usually doesn't fare well for a game. So day one, the game hit almost 100K, and
very nice.
it's been dipping between like 3,000 to about 1,000 every day. So I give the game another 3 to 6 months before it's fucking donezo.
Yeah, for being Jeff Keighley's fucking like big announcement at what even was that? The Game Awards?
The fucking Game Awards, dude. What used to be the fucking hip hop place to fucking showcase your game.
Yeah, dude. That's what we got was Highguard. And I don't know if you have to pay to be like the title like big event at the end or whatever the fuck.
No, you have to pay, dude. That's become basically the Super Bowl. Every spot you have to pay for a trailer.
Jesus.
Let alone the last spot. And so people were talking about that, and he evidently like just gave it to Highguard or some shit like that.
Yeah, and he must really like that game. Which, by the way, apparently the game was so fucking boring that they had to add 5v5 like the day after it came out.
I feel like Jeff Keighley had some sort of stake in that game or something.
Maybe, dude.
Dude, the way he was fucking, because even after the Game Awards, he's been hyping it up because everyone was fucking telling him to eat shit for showcasing that as the last game.
Yeah.
If you did that at the beginning of the awards or even in the middle, sure, whatever. But ending it on that was such a fucking L, dude. And like leading up to the release, because obviously the Game Awards was just what, like a month ago or something.
Yeah, something like that. A little over a month.
Yeah. In between like the Game Awards and Highguard's release, he's been like fucking tweeting about it and doing this and doing that. Dude, that was such a fucking L.
Also, before someone comes after me for it not being literally the day after the game came out. The game came out January 26th. Okay. They added 5v5 on January 30th, so 4 days after the game came out. I'm sorry, it wasn't the exact day after, but basically, game was so boring they had to fucking add 5v5.
It do be like that.
You know, when that trailer for that game first started, I was like, oh, dude, the dude's riding a horse. He has a gun. That's fucking cool. And then it just turns into Apex, and it's like, okay, that was literally stupid.
It's literally Apex with like a medieval shooter skin on top of it. It's weird.
Dude, it's like all the fucking people that Ubisoft cut because they were just fucking not doing anything productive went and made Highguard.
Yeah.
Good job, guys.
Because even when you open up like a chest to get like, shields or whatever, it's literally set up just like Apex. It's so weird.
We need to do a cross reference of people who worked on Highguard and who worked on Apex, I guess.
Yeah.
Not that they work
There's
there anymore.
Some middle of the Venn diagram shit.
Imagine, hold on. Imagine, I don't know how they left Ubisoft. I think they were laid off from Ubisoft. So imagine getting laid off from Ubisoft. You go and make your own brand new company to say, fuck you, Ubisoft. Or EA. Sorry, it's EA. It's EA. It's EA. Replace every instance of Ubisoft with EA. My bad. I forgot. Forgive us. Imagine getting laid off from EA and you go and you make your own company to say, fuck you, EA. And then you make your first game with that company and get laid off again.
I mean, that would suck. Don't get me wrong.
I would start to think that maybe it was you, dude.
Here's the thing, that would suck, but if you put out some fucking shit like that, I mean, you kind of got it coming to you. Obviously, there's lots of moving parts to like a game, but I mean, I don't know. That game was doomed from the start, though. It could have been like, it could have been a 10 out of 10 experience and like wowed people back, but it was cooked from the start. People were pissed off because of the Game Awards. People were starting to like come back around after playing it because like a bunch of big streamers were like hyping it up, and there was even big streamers playing it on release, but it was having server issues and everyone fucking dipped out, dude. It was cooked.
Well, some big streamers didn't even get fucking brand deals either.
Yeah, they probably couldn't afford it.
They probably.
Which, I mean, looking at how the game went, I don't know. It's one of those things like spend the money to get the big streamer that play it, that like to get them to play it, and it gets you more sales. Or you end up wasting that money and people still move on from it, and it's like, well, damn, I guess we shouldn't have even wasted the money.
I think right now the streamers you need to have in your pocket are like Queso, Peanut, and like, I want to say Shroud, but I think most people fucking hate him and every take he has, so maybe not Shroud. I like Shroud, but I know most people fucking hate that kid.
Yeah.
Peanut, Queso for sure. I mean, maybe like Jinxie. Jinxie's pretty popular, but like if you have Queso, you'll probably have Jinxie anyway. And if you have Peanut, you'll have like most of the first person shooter kids.
Yeah.
Maybe like Summit. That'd probably be a good poll. Summit.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, maybe go with that. If fucking Dr. Lupo didn't throw away his fucking shit cheating at chess, I would maybe say Dr. Lupo.
Lupo or Dr. Kid Inspect.
Honestly. No, just because they have Doctor in their name. But true, just cancel everyone with Doc in their name.
Yeah.
Speaking of failed video games and failed video game companies,
Ashes of Creation. So I wanted to do a follow up with that because we obviously discussed that last week. Several days after, well, all right, some more stuff started coming out about the investor. Well, I guess more so the CEO fraud. One of the investors has since come out and been in an interview with a YouTuber. Let's see. YouTuber Nephis QS has interviewed one of the game's main investors, Jason Karamanis. Karamanis came forward to reveal what he alleges is a massive years-long fraud perpetrated by Steven Sheriff, who is the founder and creative director of Intrepid Studios. So Karamanis is a 57-year-old MLM entrepreneur who made his fortune primarily through Joannis Global, a Florida-based anti-aging skincare and supplements MLM, where he achieved the rank of Imperial Diamond Director. Jesus Christ, that sounds high up there. He also joined other MLM companies over the years, and in the video, he acknowledges being at the top of the pyramids. Karamanis claims to have lost 12.5 million of his own money by investing in Ashes of Creation, believing in Sheriff's empty promises. So at the heart of the allegations is a key devastating claim. Sheriff never invested a penny of his own money into Intrepid. Despite publicly claiming to have contributed between 30 mil to 60 million over the years. According to QuickBooks records recently obtained by Karamanis, not only did Sheriff fail to invest personal capital despite claims to the contrary, but he and his partner, John Moore, who is listed as the company's chief financial officer, systematically withdrew $500K per year in salary payments.
Oh yeah. Each. Hell yeah, those dudes are making more than the president. Embezzling more than the president, I should say, more than the president makes. We don't actually know if the president is embezzling anything. Sorry, I didn't mean to bring politics up. I just, president makes 400,000 or whatever. They were stealing $500,000. Well, maybe not stealing, but stealing in quotations. That's crazy. $1 million collectively.
So, let's see. There's lots of other numbers and stuff, but not looking too good. I'm assuming he's going to get sued to oblivion.
Do you not think they're going to serve like jail time or something? Or like fraud or something?
I mean, that is fraud. Yeah. I mean, I guess it depends on if the fucking investors pursue that route, but I mean, I feel like if they do, it's a fucking open book case. Like, I could probably fucking convict him, honestly.
True.
I feel like Buddy is fucking cooked. Like, not only were they fucking just straight up stealing, but they weren't even doing it well. Yeah, I'm trying to like skim through this to see if there's anything else worth mentioning. So I wanted to mention the mansion because I was reading about that earlier.
Oh boy.
So there's a California mansion which Sheriff would live stream updates on Ashes of Creation's development. So Karamanis claims that Sheriff and John were originally renting the property, not owning it, as many assumed. When they eventually purchased it, the down payment allegedly came from the company funds, like the salaries that they were paying themselves. While they were also claiming at the same time they were losing everything on the game. The house drama reached a crisis point in 2024 when the original owner's mortgage came due and Sheriff couldn't refinance due to Commerce Bank holding a second position as collateral for company loans. So they faced foreclosure. So Sheriff turned to his investors once more, and Karamanis and someone named Dawson came to his rescue again by contributing another $2 million to save the house.
Rip.
So by 2025, Intrepid Studios' monthly operating expenses exceeded 2.5 mil, while revenue from in-game purchases ranged from 150K to 200K.
Damn, they were bleeding money.
Which I don't know if you can do math, but
I can.
In case you cannot, that's a monthly loss of around 2.3 million. So, that kid's a pussy. Straight, dude.
You're just upset you didn't think of it first.
Let's skip U.S. prison. Put him straight in the fucking gulag.
Damn, this dude wants to send him to Alcatraz in Russia.
Yeah, dude. That whole fucking shebang is crazy. I'm convinced the only two people working on the game was just Sheriff and his husband, and they were just fucking writing themselves $1 million checks.
They had actual employees. At least like 5. There's a couple employees that have names but not photos. I don't know if those are real real employees or not.
Nah, I'm pretty sure those are fake. Yeah, that whole fucking thing just stunk. Very stinky boys for sure. Um, I definitely recommend reading up on that if you want to see more of the numbers. It gets pretty insane, but I pretty much covered the big ones that caught my eye.
It's funny because this is essentially like what the day before kids did.
Yeah. And you know what? We're probably going to start seeing that happen a little bit more frequently because the day before kids have been successful in it a few times already.
True.
So,
Well, they actually made a game. The first thing they did was make an actual like functional game, and it was pretty good. And then they sold that successful game to another company who's doing updates and stuff. And I think that builds like a reputation, like, oh, they already put out a game that people liked.
yeah.
And honestly, dude, the ability to Unreal Engine 5 is like a blessing and a curse because you can basically just put Fortnite, like all the Fortnite mechanics into a game and just do an asset flip. And really all you did was make Fortnite. But you didn't make Fortnite,
Yeah.
you just used Fortnite like mechanics and shit to like make a game, and then you could sell that, and a lot of people are too dumb to fucking know differently.
Yeah.
The thing that
Well,
gets
if you put it,
go ahead.
if you put a couple of different like coats of paint on it to make it look different enough, like most people aren't going to realize it's just zero build Fortnite.
Yeah. Oh, it's Fortnite, but first person in TDM.
Yeah, exactly.
The funniest thing to me is when they make games that are like, they'll be like always up or whatever the fuck that game was called. Is that what it was called?
Yeah.
And then they'll be like always going up will be like a knockoff. Or they'll be like peak, and then like they'll put out like a knockoff, and it's like
Mountain Summit.
yeah, Mountain Peak or something. Or yeah, dude, some of them are fucking hilarious. It'll be like Among Us, and they'll be like the next one that'll come out will be like Imposter Space Game or something. Like they just fucking string some words together that it's like almost the same game. I've seen some that are really fucking like devious though. A lot of them were like during Schedule 1, because I guess Schedule 1 was so incredibly popular, but there was already Drug Dealer Simulator, and they thought Schedule 1 was copying them. But then a lot of people copied Schedule 1, and there's like, I saw a game on PlayStation called Schedule 1 Simulator or something like that. And they use the same logo as Schedule 1.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and it's just on the PlayStation Store. Like you can buy it. It's like $10. And it even looks like Schedule 1. So like people just be stealing your game.
Man, I get like it would be incredibly hard to fucking completely verify every single game that goes through. But like with the rise of AI, can we not implement some sort of like AI check or something? And then if something gets flagged by the AI, have an actual human
Verify it.
review the case.
Yeah. Well, my thing is there's a bunch of like fucking little dumbass like $1 games that are like fucking hentai games or fucking random fucking
The eShop's
bullshit
the same
games.
way.
Yeah.
You wouldn't think so, but eShop, Steam,
Dude.
and fucking the PlayStation Store, they're littered with fucking
Littered.
slopware like that.
And do you know what's crazy is I don't think Microsoft's Xbox Store is like that.
Damn.
And I don't know. I don't remember ever seeing that shit on the Microsoft Store. It might be. I might just be full of shit, but I don't remember seeing it. And I have definitely seen it in all these other places.
Xbox fanboy through and through, huh?
True. I love their controller, dude. Best controller on the fucking market.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look
That
right
sucks
now.
about Schedule 1. I feel like people, since they knew Tyler did that with just him. It
Yeah.
was a solo dev game. A lot of people were gonna see if they could fucking like put that together. When in reality, he was actually just really fucking talented.
Well, true. Well, I mean, Megabonk, same thing. That dev is a single person, and then like for instance, Nullery, our friend Null, he makes mods for GTA roleplay. But he's trying to work on his own game to make his own game that he is making in Unreal Engine. But like it's taking him forever. I mean, he only works on it like a little bit every once in a while, but it's one of those things that there's definitely some games that could be single dev and be good, but a lot of them might just be bullshit. I was following that one game on TikTok forever. I don't remember what it's even called, but he made like a whole game, and I played it on stream actually, and I was really excited for it because he had been making it forever, and it was basically like Minecraft but like a dungeon explorer. And that shit was ass.
I thought you were gonna talk about the fucking basically Goku simulator. I think it's got like 9 days or something like that.
Oh yeah, that one looked cool. Hold on,
It did look cool. Evidently it's not though.
Yeah. The game I'm talking about is called, because I still own it. Where the fuck did that go?
But he didn't refund it. Oh fuck.
No, because I thought he was gonna keep updating it, but he fucking didn't. I got fucking scammered because I saw it on TikTok and I was like, "Yo, that looks sick." It was like $5. I don't really care.
Name a better guy to scam.
It was called Tales of Morrow. Oh, apparently he put a hotfix out on March 14th, 2024.
Was that the last update?
Yeah. And then the game came out like 2 weeks before that or something.
God damn.
Yeah, it came out March 8th. It didn't even come out. It came out 6 days before that. Yeah, he put a lot of videos about like the building system, and like there's like farming and building, and like it's basically like Valheim. There's dungeon delving and crafting. And then you actually get the game and you play it, and it's like you can do everything in the entire game within like an hour. And there's actually no depth or replayability.
Yikes.
Yeah.
You want to go over state of play?
Yeah, we can. So I'm looking, by the way, I'm looking at the Xbox Game Store, and there are some fucking bullshits. What? Why did you do that? Why
the fuck not?
There are like some bullshit games, like this is Cash Cleaner Simulator. That might be legit. I don't actually know. Truck Simulator Cargo Driver 2025, Puzzle Book, Real Cake Maker, Speed Dates Winter Edition, brother. Maybe all the stores are fucking littered with that shit. Buy the game. I have a gun. Sheesh, man.
Peener Snipper Man.
Dude, it's literally what it's called. It's buy the game. I have a gun in quotes, right? And then the quote is attributed to Sheesh Man.
W, dude.
You might wonder who I am. Well, I'm Sheesh Man. I literally come from another planet. I'm like an alien, a spooky sheeshing alien to say the truth. Don't challenge me or I will sheesh your whole family, including your dog. It's not a threat. It's a fact. Buy the game. I have a gun.
Some fucking 19-year-old college student, while high as fuck, fucking publish that game, and they think they're so funny.
Bro, it looks like it, dude. This fucking. I'm gonna send you the picture. I'm gonna send it in the Discord.
That's the fuck dog. Oh my god.
Brother, what the fuck? So my bad. Yeah, my bad. The my bad. The Xbox store is littered with that shit. I'm sorry. Anyways, what were you saying? We were talking about now?
Your statement.
State of play. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I wanted to recap state of play because this was the best fucking state of play I think I've ever experienced, and it's better than the last like 3 or 4 fucking game awards. So
so that part's probably true. I don't know if it's the best ever state of play, but like it was pretty good.
It's definitely the best state of play that I can ever remember. State of play since I've been watching them, so at least the past 7 or so years have been pretty mid. Like there usually will be like a game or two, but this one was jam fucking packed.
But you know
Holy
what?
fucking Christ.
Now that I'm thinking about it, this might be the best state of play. You know what? You never mind. It might be the best one because we had E3 prior to that.
Yeah.
And if you're comparing it to an E3, there were definitely much better E3s, but like,
Yeah.
as far as state of play
E3
is
used to be
concerned,
fucking solid.
Metal Gear Solid.
But yeah, game exactly. Game of the year. I mean, Game Awards used to be solid, but the last few years have been shit. And then yeah, state of play usually it's like a game or two will look interesting, but otherwise it's mostly just shit I'm interested in. Maybe
Yep.
someone enjoyed them, but dude, all right. So kicking it off. I'm assuming this is in order. It's from Sony's website.
No,
So
I mean, the list I have isn't in order, but just go ahead. It doesn't matter if it's in order though.
so we had 007 First Light, a story trailer, which like
Very
they've been
nice.
showing that off pretty frequently, and that game is launching in March, I think.
Sounds right.
It's pretty recent, or I mean, pretty soon. But that game looks super solid. I plan on getting that at some point, probably not on release, but for Loop they showed off that more, which
Hell yeah. It just
that
looks
was
like Left 4
originally
Dead, but like aliens or something.
yeah,
But
it's a
it's-
4-player co-op shooter. I don't know. It seems interesting.
Well, when they first started showing it, everyone was saying it looked like Arc Raiders. And it kind of does.
Yeah.
It's like Arc Raiders and Helldivers mixed.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah. Next up, Beast of Reincarnation. It's a one-person, one-dog action RPG.
Which we thought was Xbox exclusive because they literally didn't say it was going to be on PS5 at all.
Yeah.
But now it is.
So that was interesting. Brigandine Abyss. That was something I wasn't super interested in.
Dude,
Castle.
I don't like those like troop. It's so for your benefit, the audience. It's a RPG, fantasy strategy RPG, and it's like the fucking. It looks like, is that Warhammer that you have the fucking hexagonal fucking like chessboard looking thing?
Maybe.
I don't know. It's like the map is like hexagons or something. It's like a flat hexagon thing, you know, like that, like fucking 5D chess or whatever you want to call it. Shit looks stupid. It also doesn't look very, like, the graphics are not amazing.
Yeah, definitely not my cup of tea. Castlevania Belmont's Curse, which I haven't played any Castlevania games. So this isn't my cup of tea either, but at least more of my cup of tea than Brigandine was.
So that's a really old Castlevania. And they have released that at some other point.
Oh, so Belmont's Curse is a remake.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
Okay.
It might not be a remake, but I was pretty sure there was one with that title at some point. Let me look it
Is
up.
it Belmont something?
Yes.
Maybe.
Well, the Vampire Slayer people have always been the Belmonts or whatever. Oh, my bad. Apparently it's a sequel to Castlevania 3. It's not a remake, it's a sequel.
Okay.
So I guess that's cool. What is Castlevania 3 then?
The sequel to Castlevania 2.
True. That's Dracula's Curse. Okay, well there you go. And then there's another Castlevania that has Belmont in the title. So my bad. I just fucking
Belmont's Boingus.
yeah. There's a fucking.
That's cool. So 3 is Dracula's Curse. It's Castlevania 3 Dracula's Curse, and then the sequel is Castlevania Belmont's Curse.
Yeah,
that's cool.
But when did? Okay. Castlevania 3 came out in 89.
Oh, so at least they got to making the sequel pretty quickly then.
Yeah, dude. Nope, no kidding. They are right on top of that.
Fucking what? 36 years later. 37
Castlevania
years
2
later,
is
Jesus
Belmont's Revenge. So there you go. Belmont's Revenge. The next one is Dracula's Curse. The fourth one is Belmont's Curse. There you go.
Exactly. Some of the Castlevania games have been not side scroller too, right?
There was like a weird. They like rebooted the series at some point, and they were doing like Metroid Prime type Castlevania. It was more like God of War.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's kind of like God of War, like Darksiders, right?
Yeah, but I never played those. They didn't look that fun, and they didn't have Alucard,
Yeah.
which is like the only fucking character I really ever cared about.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never played any of those.
Okay, so it's a new Castlevania. My bad. I thought it was an old one just because the title seems so familiar, but it's because they've used both of those words prior to that.
It's okay. You've only lied like 2 or 3 times on the podcast this week. Not too bad.
Yeah, we're not even at our record yet.
Next up was Control Resonant, which is like probably my second or third most hype thing shown.
That's what you had
Probably
next?
second. After Castlevania, yeah. So Control Resonant, I'm super excited for that. The first Control, super fucking dope. They showed this off for the first time at the Game Awards.
True.
So we actually got to see some more gameplay. The game looks fucking nuts. I'm so excited. It's a little bit of like a category change too. So the first Control was a third-person shooter with abilities, and this is like a third-person smash 'em up.
Yeah, and if you put them together, you get Prototype.
Exactly. So that's exciting. I have high hopes for this game, so we'll see. Crimson Moon. I don't remember this game.
I don't either.
Probably didn't look that good. Darwin's Paradox. I mean, I thought that game looked like interesting. There's a weird like Splinter Cell fucking, or not Splinter Cell, Metal Gear Solid. I mean, like demo for it, which Shadow dropped during the state of play. I don't even know where that game came from. I hadn't even heard of Darwin's Paradox, so I don't know if this was like the original announcement or what. But I don't know.
Shout
Also
out
not my
Octopus.
cup of tea. Yeah, true.
Are you sure?
Shout out Octopussy. I'm positive.
It's Metal Gear Solid, dude. But Octopus.
Next up was Dead or Alive 6 Last Round, Rock's favorite series. He will be pre-ordering this already.
Is this the
He already
volleyball
pre-ordered
one? Or is this the fucking fighting game?
Nah, it's the fighting game. I don't think they've done the volleyball shit for a hot minute. I don't think.
I don't know. I wasn't allowed to play those growing up, and then by the time I was old enough to play them, I wasn't interested.
Well, let's talk about the fact that that existed, like Dead or Alive, and then Dead or Alive the volleyball shit. Very
Gooners?
confusing.
Gooners gonna goon?
Okay, so I thought they hadn't released a Dead or Alive volleyball since like the early 2000s, but they released one in 2019.
Yeah, okay.
So it hasn't been as old as or as long as I thought, but still like several years.
And then we had
Death Stranding 2 on the Beach PC announcement. That will be coming out March 19th, which is super quick. That's a pretty solid turnaround on that game because that just came out fucking like 6 months ago, if even that.
let's put a pin in that. So there's a DLC coming out for PS5 on that day, March 19th. But the PC port of Death Stranding 2 is coming out that day also, right? Is that what's going on? Because that's confusing.
No, I think this was just the PC announcement.
What's the on the beach part?
That's the fucking title of the game.
Is that what it's called on PlayStation?
Yes, Death Stranding 2 on the beach.
Did they change the title at some point? I'm sorry, fellers.
Nope.
I hopped timelines or something. My bad. It was
Number 4.
always on the beach.
Yeah. I
What?
don't think people typically refer to it as that, but
What the fucking dude? This is one of those fucking Nelson Mandela moments. Is it really always been called On the Beach?
you're like I said, I don't think people typically refer to it as that. I think they just say Death Stranding 2. That's
Well,
already
no.
like
So
a
like
mouthful.
Death Stranding 2, but I'd always had a subtitle, and I thought the subtitle was something else. But now that I'm thinking about it, I can't fucking think of what it was. Dude, I changed timelines. This is Nelson Mandela as fuck.
So that just came out in June 26th. So that is a pretty solid turnaround.
Yeah, okay. But anyways, they are releasing a DLC for PlayStation same day for Death Stranding 2.
What's the DLC?
I don't know, On the Beach apparently. I thought that was the name of the DLC because I thought it was Death Stranding 2, and I thought the subtitle was some other fucking shit like I literally don't even remember, but I didn't think it was On the Beach. Like I think I actually fucking hopped timelines, dude. I had a weird dream one night and now I'm in a different timeline.
W.
Yeah, I can't even find anything that's talking about the old timeline. Hell yeah, I fucking Nelson Mandela myself.
That's kind of sick. I feel like you could have Nelson Mandela something cooler, but
Nope. Well, now I have to check. Is the Fruit of the Loom logo have a what the fuck is that called? The Capricorn? A fucking Copenhagen? Cornucopia. Thank you. What are you looking up? Oh, the DLC.
What's the DLC coming out? Yeah.
I don't know. What I'm looking at just says the game is being released on March 19th, while PS5 will receive new content through an update, which launches the same day.
I don't think that is a good way of referring to that. So it's getting new modes and features, but like it's not like anything substantial, you know? Because that's the only thing I'm seeing that's coming to both PC and PS5 on the same day, like the March date. So
Yeah, I don't know. Fucking shout out this article's ass.
True. So Control Resonant, I don't know how to fucking rank these. My other most hyped thing that was announced during State of Play was the God of War trilogy remake, which everything that had been leaked was only saying God of War 1 remake. So they announced officially it is a trilogy remake, which is super dope. However, they did state that they just started early development on it, so it's probably going to be a hot minute. So that kind of sucks. But in general, though, that is super fucking exciting. They also announced a God of War Sons of Sparta 2D action platformer, which shadow dropped on PS5 the day of State of Play. That game is under some scrutiny currently, though, because it advertised 2-player co-op. And it's also called Sons of Sparta.
Yeah.
Evidently, you only unlock that once you beat the game one time. So some people are really upset about that, and they've been requesting refunds because the game advertises as having co-op, and that's not like necessarily true. Which I feel like, I don't know, that's kind of like a weird complaint, but I also kind of get it because like I feel like if you're gonna advertise co-op, it needs to have it immediately, and if you're not gonna advertise it, then that's fine to like randomly release it as like zombies mode. That's weird though, because I think World at War had a co-op campaign, so I was gonna say that probably did advertise co-op.
Yeah, I guess it did have. Well, so you said World at War.
Yeah.
Did it have a co-op online campaign? Because I think
you could do split screen zombies.
Well,
So it would matter. So like if it advertised co-op, it could have just been referring to
Well, I was
co-op
gonna
split
say
screen
a
campaign.
fucking COD 3, I think, had co-op split screen campaign, didn't it?
I didn't play COD 3, so I don't know. But
No, apparently World at War was the first one. So I mean, I just mixed up my World War II CODs. My bad.
so with that, if it was, if it, let's say World at War didn't have a co-op campaign, it didn't advertise having co-op at all, and then you unlock the zombies mode, which obviously is co-op. I feel like that's fine, but to advertise as having co-op and like you don't get it until you beat the campaign, and I don't even know how long Sons of Sparta even is. That could be a 20-hour thing. So imagine you buy that with the intention of playing with your boy, and you got to fucking trudge through 20 hours worth of bullshit before you can even do what you bought it for. That's kind of annoying. So I do get that complaint.
Can we talk for a second about how cool it was to load into zombies for the first time though?
Dude, it was so fucking sick.
Dude, you beat World War II, or yeah, fucking World at War, and then the credits roll, and then you're like, oh, I get to play something else after the end of the game, and you're in the fucking zombies mode.
Yeah. It's also fucking spooky too.
Yeah. So advertising it as having co-op and then you have to beat the game first is a little whack. But I don't know. Why would you want to co-op?
See how long the length is
of what, the game? Maybe it's short.
Yeah. If it's short, then that's kind of I don't know though. About 6 hours. So I mean, I don't know, dude. If that was on PC, I was gonna buy that. I'm gonna be honest with you, just because I love God of War that much. I don't even like side scrollers, but I fucking love God of War, so I would have bought that if it was actually available on PC. Which maybe it'll come out. They didn't announce it for PC or announce any plans, but I mean, if they're gonna fucking bring the trilogy, if they're gonna remake the trilogy, then maybe they will.
Oh yeah,
surely that'll come out on PC eventually.
I hope so.
Next up, they announced Ghosts of Yotai Legends, which that's like the multiplayer mode for Ghosts of Yotai. Tsushima had the same thing, so
we talked about it last week, I think,
expected. Right? We did.
Yeah.
Next up is a fucking John Wick third-person fucking shooter game coming up.
Oh
and
yeah.
I'm surprised it took this long because the first John Wick came out in like what 2015, I think 2014.
I might have even been earlier than that, right?
Nah, 2014 for John Wick 1.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, that's fucking. It took them 12 years. We could have been on the sequel by now.
True. Well, not if it's on not if it's on the Bethesda fucking schedule, dog.
Or Rockstar. That's fair.
Or Rockstar. Speaking of Rockstar,
so
allegedly, this is semi-related because state of play, but allegedly the Max Payne remake has been in production for a year now and might come out this decade. I don't know.
I'm really looking forward to that. I really liked Max Payne 1 and 2 and 3, but
well, it's just 1 and 2, unfortunately, no 3. But
3 does need a remake.
You realize 3 came out in like 2013 or something?
I do realize that. I bought that when it released.
Because it was like on PS3 or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude. Apparently Remedy has said recently that they are working on, this is like a couple days ago, they said that they are working on it still, and Rockstar will be handling all the marketing and advertising and all of that. So,
which is interesting.
I mean, Rockstar owns it, I think, right?
They do. So here's the thing though. They'd only published 1 and 2. And then 3 was fully made by Rockstar.
And then there's that Mark Wahlberg movie.
but I guess they
Right,
must have just purchased it from up under Remedy.
that was Mark
but-
Wahlberg, right?
Yeah, it was. So, John Wick, Saber Interactive is working with the creators of the action movie franchise to create the game. It is going to take place before the events of the first movie. So
That's
you
kinda
will
cool.
see that is kind of cool. John Wick was a badass. And he earned that status because, like, even by the events of the first movie, like everyone, I mean, they literally call him Baba Yaga. So
True.
everyone's pretty fucking scared of him. I mean, everyone ends up wanting to like be the person to take him down, I guess, just so that way they can like go down in history. But for the most part, anyone sensible is scared of him. So just I don't know. That's gonna be really fucking badass. That'll definitely be a game I have to get on PS5.
I just hope it doesn't play like that fucking Evil Dead game or the World War Z game, because they also made those.
Oh, okay, that's why you're saying that. Yeah, that's fair. Dude, I didn't know where the fuck that came from.
Yeah, they also made that Roadcraft game, which that looked pretty cool. Hayes was trying to get us to play that. You get to fucking play with some trucks.
I'm assuming, I don't know. It'll definitely be a very big switch up for Saber, but
not really.
It looks
though.
like it's gonna play. Fuck, what is that game? I don't know if this was just like a wish, but people were saying they think it's gonna play like Sifu, like the combat, which would be really fucking sick. But that might have just been like weird wording because like it's gonna have obviously martial arts.
Yeah,
I mean John Wick uses lots of like fucking judo and shit like that.
Was that Toxic Commando game first person? The John Carpenter one?
Yeah.
Oh, it is first person?
Yeah.
Because they apparently also made that.
Damn, maybe Saber Interactive be making a lot of shit.
True. But it's like a lot of weird like other IP sort of shit. Like I'm just scroll down the list. They got the John Wick, they got Jurassic Park Survival, they got Turok Origins, Hellraiser Revival, John Carpenter's Toxic Commando, okay? World War Z, A Quiet Place, The Road Ahead, Exploding Kittens VR, like Evil Dead the game. So they're like Ghostbusters the video game remastered. They're doing a lot of games that are like either tied to like movie or television or like are remakes or like it's never their own franchise, you know?
Yeah. Exactly.
Anyways, the game looks kind of cool. I mean, the thought of a John Wick game is cool.
It is. There is
little
one
teaser
John
looked
Wick
cool.
game. It's called John Wick Hex. Yeah, but fuck, that game's weird as shit.
Was it better or worse than the Matrix game that you liked?
John Wick Hex?
Yeah.
Significantly worse. I never even played it, but it's like a fucking isometric like
Hotline Miami
or some shit
turn
like that.
based. Oh, so it's like
dude,
Metal Gear Acid.
It's really fucking weird,
dude.
Brother. I don't even know why that game existed, honestly.
Dude, Metal Gear Acid was trying to do too many things at once. It was trying to be a Metal Gear game, so there's like stealth and stuff, but at the same time, it was also like a fucking strategy, like RPG, where you had like the field and you could move your character around. But it was also a fucking card game where you would like draw cards and then the cards, whatever cards you had or what actions you could perform.
That's fucking weird.
Yeah, it was fucking out there, dude.
So next up, Kena Scars of Cosmora.
Yeah, Cosmora.
Which that is a sequel. Legacy of Kain Defiance Remastered.
Hell yeah. That is kind of cool. I liked those games.
I was too young for them. I do remember playing one of the Legacy of Kane's on PlayStation 1.
Probably Soul
Or at least
Reaver.
like a demo to it.
I feel like Soul Reaver. So Soul Reaver had a demo disc that I had. I had it on a demo disc, but I also got to rent it a few times, and that game was pretty good. That was a game where you ran around and fucking sucked people's souls into your gullet.
W suckers.
Yeah. You would have been pretty little because I was pretty little when that game was around. You might not even been born, honestly. No, I must have been like 8 or 9, so you would have been a little older. I mean, it existed anyway. After that, it's everyone's favorite, right? After the next game on the list, yeah.
Exactly. Assuming everyone's favorite is Marathon.
I don't think it's anyone's favorite. I would be surprised if Marathon doesn't fucking Highguard itself or whatever that game's called.
Fucking stupid. This is just in alphabetical order.
Makes sense.
It just occurred to me.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. No, totally. That's what I thought you meant. But I was like, I would rather have it in alphabetical order than the order they showcase them in.
Oh. I preferred it to be in showcase order, but
oh well. Marathon.
I guess alphabetical works.
Server Slam is in what, 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Something like
February
that.
26th, 2 days for my birthday.
Hell yeah. The day before Requiem comes out, which everyone's gonna fucking get off of Marathon and go play that instead.
That might be kind of accurate. Dude. So I have Requiem pre-ordered for Switch. Should I get it on fucking Steam as well and fucking stop playing Ark to play that? I'm kind of hyped for Requiem.
I might do that too, honestly. Dude, I have a problem with Resident Evil games. I always start them and I never fucking finish them. I think the only ones I've ever finished actually are 2 and 4. And, okay, never mind. Hold on. I finished 5 and 6.
Well, you don't need to finish 3. 3 was shit.
Well,
at least the remake of 3.
The original 3 is shit also. Which is really unfortunate because don't you play like that whole game as like Jill?
Yeah.
Just make sure you have RPGs at the end. Anyways, moving on.
Exactly. Moving on. So Marathon Server Slam's coming up. Pretty hype. You can catch us playing that. Maybe. Well, the Server Slam, yes. I don't know if I'm gonna get the game though. It's gonna the Server Slam's gonna have to be really fucking good for me to get it.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of single player shit coming out that I want to play, and I already can't stop playing Ark for the single player shit. So
yeah,
like
same.
another multiplayer game, like it would have to be like as good as Ark for me to put down Ark to play it.
Anyways, after Marathon, we got
Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. Dude, I legit thought this was like fucking Marvel versus Capcom. I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
It looks like that.
I was very confuzzled.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
You know, it's funny. Brooke was like, she was like, why is who the fuck was it fighting Spider-Man? She's like, why is he fighting Spider-Man? And I'd explained to her it's just like a fighting game. Like it's just like one person versus another person. Well, it was some X-Man, because that was the whole showcase of it. Was the X-Men.
Magic.
Was it Magic fighting Spider-Man? Okay.
I don't know.
She was like,
I didn't see it, but they're adding Magic, Danger, and Wolverine, so it was probably one of them.
Okay. Yeah, I don't remember who it was, but yeah, Brooke was confused as to why they were fighting. This is probably my most hyped announcement for the state of play. Fucking Metal Gear Solid Volume 2, and it has MGS4. I am fucking so stoked. That is the only main Metal Gear game I've not played. So
I do want to say though that this isn't like new news. Like we've known that this was coming. Just by the fact that they called the other collection Volume 1. Like you don't make a collection and call it Volume 1 and not have a Volume 2. Right? Am I stupid?
Sure.
Or is that
One
true?
would assume.
Yeah, you're not gonna make Kill Bill Volume 1 and then there's no Kill Bill Volume 2, right?
So, but officially though, I think like semi recently, Konami did finally admit that a volume 2 was coming, but they didn't announce what was going to be in it. And like out of the games that were in volume 1, it's like, okay, well, fucking what are you gonna have? Just Peace Walker, Portable Ops, and Metal Gear Solid 5?
Yeah,
that doesn't make sense. Metal Gear Solid 5 doesn't need to be in the collection.
exactly.
The whole point was like bringing the older games to modern consoles.
Well,
so
again, I just think 4 has been really difficult for them to even move. Like,
yeah, it's never left PS3. The other games have been on fucking every console in between what they released on and now.
Well, so. there's a lot of licensing issues with MGS4. They have a drink in the game, for instance, which is a real drink sold in Japan, and I'm sure they had to get permission to fucking remake the game with that or move the game forward. And that's only one of the brands that's in the game. I don't know if they have to relicense like firearm names because like they have a bunch of AKs and stuff. I don't know if they have to fucking talk to whoever owns those, the rights to those or whatever. And then there's all the fucking music and all that shit. And there's a lot of cuts from the other games in it that I almost feel like they would have to go find whoever was in charge of those games and talk to them about it also.
Yeah.
Plus the fact that the game was made in a way that utilized the triple layering on the Blu-ray. There's like a whole joke in the game that I don't even think is going to translate because it was Sony making fun of the HD DVDs or whatever. And it's a scene where Otacon's like, Snake, insert disc 2. And then you would go open your case and there's no disc 2. And Snake's like, oh, Otacon, there's not a disc 2. And Otacon's like, oh yeah, that's because we used a Blu-ray, not a fucking HD DVD. My bad, Snake.
Slammed.
Yeah, and then you get to walk through the door. And so there's like, I don't even, how do you translate that onto like new shit, you know? But there's the uncompressed audio files too. So that game when it came out was like 80 gigs on the Blu-ray. Which by the way, when it came out on PS4, and some people's PS4s were only 20 gig models. Like your internal storage was 20 gigs, and this was an 80 gig game. So like you couldn't even like download it. Like, not that you could download games at that point. But like that was a disc only sort of game. So I don't know, and I'm sure there's other stuff that has gone into that not ever being ported forward.
If they needed to though, they could have just made it digital only. But I'm sure they probably are compressing the fuck out of the files.
Oh, maybe.
Also, if need be.
Yeah.
I'm just so hyped I'll finally be able to play that.
Because
I
hyped
played
for you
every
to play
other
it.
major game.
I think I'm more excited for you to play it than I am to play it again myself. I mean, I technically could play it again whenever I want. I have a PS3 and a disc. I just have to go hook it up and play it. Technically, you had a PS3 in that game at some point as well.
That is true, and it turned out I should have played it. What the fuck did I end up doing with that PS3? Did I fuck it? I guess I sold that. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck happened to that. That was years ago now at this point. Yeah, I'm assuming I fucking sold that.
That was back in like 2018 or something. It was like before you were even on PC.
Yeah, it was. I guess that must have been during the divorce thing.
It was during the divorce thing because I learned about it after I got back. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we fucking went like a 3-month stint where we didn't fucking touch it. And I was like, are we never playing this again? And Daniel was like, I guess not. So I sold it. I probably should just kept it, honestly, in hindsight, but whatever.
Oh well.
Something that kind of sucks a little bit. I was expecting more released on this. At least, I feel like they could have at least done MGS4, Portable Ops, and Peace Walker, because they're only doing MGS4, Peace Walker, and Metal Gear Ghost Babel, which I've never even fucking heard of that. That's allegedly the first portable title, Metal Gear. I'm guess what was that on like fucking Game Boy or some shit?
It was on DS or something. I don't remember. Oh yeah, Game Boy Color apparently.
That's fucking wild.
Yeah.
W fucking Ghost
so
Battle.
yeah, that game was kind of weird though, because if I remember correctly, it was like the original Metal Gear games, like it played like those. But I think it was like it was either a redo of one of the first Metal Gears, or it was like a weird like non-canon sequel or some fucking shit. I don't know. It was really weird.
Yeah. So this volume collection is going to be a little light compared to volume 1, but either way, honestly, it could have had just MGS4 and I would have been excited because I was able to emulate Peace Walker, so I have played that.
Portable Ops is one of those things that like I don't think they'll ever do that.
Yeah.
Portable Ops is basically what Peace Walker and then MGS5 are built off of. Like you go into like it's honestly Peace Walker is basically just Portable Ops but remade. The story is significantly different. And I think Peace Walker retconned some of that stuff, even though it technically takes place after Portable Ops. But it's just trying to like retell Big Boss's story post MGS3.
Yeah, and I think most of Portable Ops is not canon, I think.
Yeah, probably.
Most, if not all. So, yeah. But yeah, I think MGS4 coming out finally on other consoles than PS3 is probably my most hype.
For sure.
Followed up by God of War Trilogy Remake, and then John Wick and Control Resonant are probably like tied. But yeah, I'm used to having state of plays where I like nothing, maybe one thing, and that alone is like what 4 or 5 things I'm super hyped for. So that's really exciting. Also, we're not done, by the way, but I think that was the last super hype thing I had.
Well, unless you're into some of this other stuff.
Yeah. Mina the Hollower.
Whatever the fuck that is.
Yeah, exactly. Neva Prologue. Pragmata, which that was first shown off at
the Game Awards.
I believe.
That game That game was like the weird cyberpunk game, right? Where he had like a fucking Cortana looking bitch.
If by a weird Cortana looking bitch you mean an actual child on his back, then yes.
Yeah. Okay, it's that one. Okay. So it was not the cyberpunk one. It was the fucking what the fuck are those games called with the Big Daddy?
BioShock.
It was a BioShock game.
It looks weird, but it looks interesting.
It looks really.
It's a Capcom game, and all Capcom games kind of end up looking pretty similar to each other.
Dude, it just looked really fucking generic. Like the gameplay looked generic, the story seemed generic, everything about it seems generic. I don't know, man. Maybe it's cool.
Project Windless, which is the fucking RPG where you play a fucking sword wielding chicken.
Dude, that game looked hilarious.
Yeah, I'm really confused as what the fuck is going on with that.
You're a chicken.
Is that a chicken?
Yeah, dude. I don't know.
Rayman 30th Anniversary Edition. They showed off more Resident Evil Requiem gameplay, which that comes out super soon. We were just talking about that. I'm hyped for that. Rev.Noir, which that game seems odd.
Yeah.
Saros, which is a new Housemarque game. I am hyped for that. That's not like a console buying hype, but that's if I have a PS5 and that game is like $10, $5, or free on PlayStation Plus, I'll pick it up. Otherwise, yeah, not a console seller for me. personally. It does look really cool though. Silent Hill Townfall, that was a fucking banger announcement. So
True.
here's what's funny about that too. That announcement started and like I saw the fog and I immediately said Silent Hill and then I stopped and I was like, well, I mean,
They
it
just
could just be
released
like
that
a foggy
Japanese
opening.
Well, it was like they just released that other Silent Hill like what 5 months ago, like in October or
so
something.
I was
Yeah,
like, they probably don't have another game coming out. And then like the announcement keeps going, like the trailer, and I'm like, no, I think this is Silent Hill. And then the fog goes away from the sign, and as it's going away, I'm like Silent Hill because you see the saint, but it's like Saint Amelia, I think. And so I was like Silent. And then it keeps going, and then it's Silent Hill Townfall, and I was like, oh, okay. So they're moving away from Silent Hill, which is interesting. But I'm kind of looking forward to experiencing new places. It takes place in Ireland or Wales or some shit like that.
I think it was Scotland.
Scotland, that's the one. Sorry, fodder.
Yeah, true. Sorry, Potter. He's Irish, by the way.
Exactly. So I'm hyped. I'm hyped for that. That game looks cool. I liked Silent Hill 2 until I got fucking cock blocked into getting stuck.
True. Also, technically, I think we skipped. Maybe that's never mind. My bad.
Okay. Star Wars Galactic Racer. They showed off more of that.
Yeah,
That game having a story mode
is weird.
So it makes sense, but yeah, it's kind of weird. I think. Don't really know how I feel about that.
I don't know how I feel about like ships racing, pod racers racing speeder bike boys.
Yeah, that also seemed very odd. Also, what was the flight Star Wars game? Galactic Squadron? Was that the game?
I think it's just Star Wars Squadron.
Just Squadron, okay.
Squadrons
I
with an S.
about that, but I never. Oh, plural.
Yeah.
Squadrons.
Yeah, my bad.
I never played that, but I heard it was good shit. So,
Yeah, I also heard that. I also didn't play it.
I guess if you've ever wanted to play a Star Wars racing game for modern consoles, now's your chance.
I would prefer just a pod racer port, honestly. That game was fun as shit.
This is what I call pod racing. Last but not least, Yako Shinobi Ops.
Yeah, Yakko, Wacko, and Dot, the fucking Animaniacs. I'm sorry.
It's badass you remember their name.
I guess, dude. I remember Pinky and the Brain's name too. It's kind of in the title, but you know.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Do you remember the fucking Angry Beavers names?
Nope.
It's like, I think it's Dag, D-A-G, and Norbit. N-O-R-B-E-T, I think.
W fucking Norbit.
True.
So we can kind of quickly cover this because it's a leak and it's not confirmed, but Resident Evil had a little bit of leakage, a little anal leakage going on.
Uh-oh.
So Requiem comes out February 27th. They are already well underway on DLC for the game. TBA 2026 is the announcement. Code Veronica is supposed to get remade in 2027. And then Resident Evil 0 is supposed to be getting remade in 2028. And then Resident Evil 10 in 2029, which is kind of big because when the fuck did Village come out? 23?
I think it was further back than that, wasn't it?
Not much for. Oh, shit. Yes, it was 21. God damn.
Yeah, okay.
So, all right, look, Village to 9, Requiem. You have fucking 5 years in between. That's kind of substantial compared to 2 years.
3.
And in between Village, what did we have? Fucking 4. The remake for 4, but was that it?
The remake of 2
Um,
and 3, honestly.
this came out after 2021. No, Resident Evil 2 remake came out in 2019.
Did it?
3 though? Did 3 come out? No, 3 was 2020. So that also was before Village.
There's no way. It 2019. Holy shit! What the fuck, brother? I swear that came out after Village, but okay.
Because of COVID. That
had to be.
The years of COVID, everything is like so fucking compressed and weird.
So yeah, it was just 4 then, right?
Yeah, just the remake of 4. Okay. Yeah, and 4 came out 2023. So damn. Yeah, so the releases were kind of staggered. I mean, 2 to 3 released pretty quickly. And then you had Village. And then Resident Evil 4 remake. But yeah, it's been 3 years since that. So I'm hyped for Code Veronica and 0 to get remade. Hopefully after 0 they remake 1, because 1 technically was the first remake, but they didn't give it the same treatment they've been giving the game since 2.
Right.
So I want them to like go back and remake 1 again, which kind of sucks, but
dude, I want a 5 remake. Hello? 5? Let me
get the 5 after.
Let me play,
get the 5 after 1.
Let me play as my DEI fucking zombie hunter.
No.
Oh, like that video you posted earlier, actually.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I'm hyped for a Code Veronica and a 0 remake. That's kind of cool. Not that they're like very necessary. I do wonder if they're gonna. I wonder if they're gonna touch up the lore any. Since Village kind of like sets up some behind the scenes precursor to even 0, technically.
Would you want to see a remake of Resident Evil Outbreak?
What the fuck even was Outbreak?
Outbreak was a spin-off game that took place during 2 and 3. And there were 8 different characters that all had their own abilities. So like kind of like how in 2 you could be Jill or Leon. Yeah, Jill. Fucking Claire or Leon. And one of the people you can play as is an Ashcroft, actually. But it's like this really like it was kind of janky, honestly, not amazing spin-off game. But like it was basically like they're just like, hey, we have assets, we can use assets and make our own thing, and they basically threw together a fucking cheap ass like game just to use the name.
So no.
But I don't know, it was kind of cool. You get to see like so it's 8 individuals who are like in a bar. I don't remember the exact location, but it's like a bar, I think, and they happen to be in this like building or whatever when the fucking virus starts spreading or whatever. And so it's like you play through each of their stories. I don't know, it was kind of cool.
No.
Damn. This dude said, hell no. Just like that. He said it just like that.
Yeah. Remake Code Veronica, remake 0, remake 1, and then remake 5.
Is Code Veronica even good though, dude?
I don't know. Is 0 even good, dude?
Not really. I never played Code Veronica, so I can't say, but
well, I mean, they're gonna be drastically different because those came from the era where it was like 2 and 3, and
yeah,
2 and 3, they obviously
had the
drastically changed. 4 was more just like a fucking graphical update, really. I mean, the controls a little bit.
Well, I mean, 4 still had the camera thing, kind of, where you couldn't like I think it was the first one where you could rotate your own camera, but there were still a lot of parts where like if you didn't, it would do that fucking like isometric fixed camera shit or whatever. Or there were parts that were like that. I don't.
I never played 4.
It wasn't like all the time, but I definitely remember it doing that at times. And then when you'd aim your gun, it would put you behind Leon or whatever. Maybe that was just for cutscenes or something though. I don't remember. Now you're making me second guess that.
I mean, with as much you've been wrong about tonight so far, gotta be
True. Everything I said tonight is a lie.
basically.
Or maybe
last
there was
topic before cookies.
Maybe there was just a mode after you beat the game that you could activate that did that.
Oh, like a fucking legacy camera angle.
Yeah, yeah, like the big head mode or whatever.
Yeah,
because I remember playing like that, but it wasn't always like that. Because you're usually, you know, when you aim your gun, you'd be behind Leon.
What console did you play it on?
PS2.
Oh, okay, because that could have something to do with it too, maybe.
What are we doing now?
Last
Oh,
topic before cookies. And this will be quick. I just wanted to touch base on it because we've covered Nintendo being some fucking crybabies. So, they're cracking down on emulators again, very fucking hard. So, as of February 2026, Nintendo is aggressively targeting Switch emulation, issuing a new wave of DMCA takedown notices against GitHub repositories for emulators like Eden, Citron, Kenji-NX, and Mellow-NX. This is following the shutdown of major projects like Yuzu and Ryujinx in 2024 and 2025. Very interesting. So they are not liking their intellectual properties to be fucking pirated, which is fair, but
Well,
also it's Nintendo, so fuck them.
well, they've always done that, and I told you there's some like weird Japanese law bullshit that fucking. I don't know the exact law. I don't speak Japanese, but it's something like if you let someone use your shit, they own it now or something. So you have to persecute people who are using your shit.
Oh yeah.
It's not that they own it; it's that they have use of it, or I don't know. It's fucking complicated, and it's been a while since I've actually read what it says.
Oh, one more aside, because I think the announcement of the leak of this came out after last week's episode. So, you know, we've been talking about them releasing old Pokemon games on Switch.
Yeah.
And Leaf Green and Fire Red are being rumored to come out on Switch, not via NSO, via like individual releases.
Which shouldn't
So that's
surprise
fucking
anybody because they already released gold, silver, red, and blue in the same manner. So the next logical step is leaf green and fire red, I guess. Oh, here's a fun story about leaf green and fire red. When I was a young child, and maybe I read this somewhere because I did have Game Informer, a Game Informer subscription, but when I was a young child, they released the first Pokemon games on the Advance, which I think were Ruby and Sapphire or something. And I told my friend, I was like, yeah, now that they released these, they're going to re-release Fire, or I was like, they're going to re-release Red and Blue on the new format or whatever. And at the time, I seem to remember making that up, but then it ended up being true. So
fuck yeah.
Maybe it was just like somewhere in like the depth of my brain that I read that somewhere or something. But yeah, he was like, "Oh, dude, that's fucking sick." And then like it was probably like a month after I told him that they fucking announced them. So that was cool. It was
That is kind of cool.
I just made some bullshit up because I'm a child and children do that, and then it ended up being true.
Yeah, broken clock.
Oh, but
shit.
True, literally broken clock. The other thing I was gonna say about their emulator crackdown is they want you to play their fucking shit on their shit. It's like there's the whole Animal Crossing thing, the new update, the new Animal Crossing update. If you go through all the time and tribulation to do the update and get to the Nintendo consoles, once you purchase the Nintendo consoles in game with in-game currency, you can play versions of older games in Animal Crossing.
That's wild.
Yeah, you want to play some SNES games, dude? Just boot up Animal Crossing.
Yeah, honestly, I'm gonna do that.
That whole game is like everything is tedious, by the way. Which is what makes it satisfying, I guess. I don't actually know. I don't know why that game is fun. Maybe because everything is tedious, that's why it's fun. Anyways.
Yes. Anyways.
Yes. Yeah.
So if the Pokemon leak is true, February 27th is when they're supposed to be releasing, which fucking that's just gonna be the day I drop fucking hundreds of dollars, I guess, because we got fucking Requiem and
Well,
I'll be
is there
buying it on
anything cool
multiple
going on
consoles.
February 27th for Pokemon that's related to Pokemon?
Yeah, the 30th anniversary.
Oh, I almost feel like that makes the leak less credible. I would be pleasantly surprised, but I really feel like somebody's like, oh, it's the 30th anniversary. Like, of course they're doing that.
So I think it's some like God of War type shit.
Could be.
Like there was all those fucking leaks and rumors and yada 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 about it being announced at the Game Awards. And then it ended up not being the Game Awards, ended up being State of Play, which, you know, as we discussed, was only like a month apart. So it could be some shit like that where like they're right and maybe the date's just wrong. But with something like that, I feel like if you're not gonna release it on the 30th anniversary, when would you even release it? You know?
True.
So I don't know. It could just be some fucking 30th anniversary false hype. I don't know. I hope it's not. I wanna play some of the old ones.
Well, everyone keeps talking about that wind and waves shit, and as far as I know, that's just like made up bullshit.
Oh yeah, of what, Gen 10 or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And anyways, cookie time.
Yeah. Anyways, go get Tom.
Yeah,
I didn't get Crumbl this week.
Spider-Man walks through the door holding a box of Crumbl. Cookie time. The Spider-Man 2 reference for those of you who didn't catch that. When he has pizza. And actually, funny thing about that is that Zoe Deschanel? What? No. What? Who's the one in Bones?
Daniel Day-Lewis.
Emily? Is that her name? Emily Deschanel? The one in Bones?
I didn't know there was another Deschanel. Damn.
Yeah, Emily Deschanel. She is the person that Spider-Man's delivering pizza to, and she's the head star in Bones. The titular character, as they call it. It has nothing to do with her bosom, by the way. Anyways, cookies. No Crumbl for you, no Crumbl for me.
I'm shocked you didn't get it this week.
Oh, dude, I know, it was a real upset, real crazy to see me break away from my pattern. This week we have the s'mores cookie. Is this the one where they burn your marshmallow every time?
Yeah.
Okay. It says it's a melty marshmallow. I don't.
Yeah, not a fucking crispy marshmallow.
We got the Biscoff skillet cookie, which I don't know. It looks like it's doing too much. I don't like that all the skillet cookies look like someone fucking fisted them first. Raspberry cheesecake. Yeah.
Have you seen that crime scene a lot?
I have, actually. I have.
Fisting?
Yeah. We got a raspberry cheesecake. Hell yeah. Everyone's favorite cheesecake. And then we got the Buckeye brownie cookie, which is probably the only one I'm interested in. It depends on what peanut butter they use, though, because sometimes the peanut butter they use is not amazing. Thoughts?
I don't know if I've ever had. Well, I don't think the Buckeye is new, right? I think I've had the Buckeye.
It's not new, but they haven't done it in a while. I don't want to. Don't quote me on that, but I don't think since we started the podcast they've done it.
I would never quote you. You have nothing to worry about that.
True. I wouldn't either, honestly. It's dumb as hell. I I was watching a little video and they had the fucking cookie thins this week, and I wanted to look at those because they were different. Last week had different cookie thins also, right? They had the was it last week or was it 2 weeks ago? Actually, now I'm thinking about it. They had like ginger snap cookie thins or something like that. Snickerdoodle? I think it was Snickerdoodle. Yeah, I don't see.
I know they were supposed to be doing the birthday cookie thins at some point, but I don't know if that already passed or not.
That might be this week. Oh yeah. The cake batter cookie thins is this Thursday.
That's this week.
Yeah, you can't fucking read that for shit. There we go. Oh, okay. My bad. It changed. I was trying to show the podcast audience, but it changed. Anyways, free games.
Currently until February 19th, you have Nobody Wants to Die and The Dark Side Detective, A Fumble in the Dark.
I wouldn't say
Starting
nobody.
February 19th through February 26th. Return to Ash and Stallcraft X Starter Edition will be your free games on the Epic Games Store.
Stallcraft, okay. Is that a mobile game? Because it sounds like a mobile game.
Fuck if I know. Which, speaking of which, I need to hop on and get last week's before I fucking forget.
True, same.
That's kind of the nice thing about this is if I forget, I kind of remind myself, as long as we don't forget to go over the games.
True. But if you're watching this on Thursday, womp womp.
Yep. Swamp.
Yeah, exactly. All right, well, I guess that's wait, what episode is this? 47.
47.
Yeah, 47. Agent 47. I should add like a silencer. Yeah, I should add like a silencer sound effect. You are bald, actually.
True.
Yeah. You just need a barcode on your head.
Easy fucking. That's gonna be an easy fucking thumbnail to make this week. But you should try to get it where the barcode is on my forehead.
Okay.
And sit on the back of my head.
Oh shit. All right. Anyways, goodbye.
Yeah. Good night.